Weddings come with tough decisions. You can't have everything. Every yes usually means a no somewhere else. The key is knowing what actually matters.
Well, we know that everything can't be important, right? And so I have to find myself constantly going back to that list of priorities and constantly reminding them of that list of priorities and say, listen, we prioritize good food, great music, and a nice dress for the bride, right?
Meet Kayla McCoy and hear her planning philosophy in the video. Watch now.
So tell me, how do you help our couples manage their expectation? Because obviously, if you don't have a budget, you may not be able to get all of the things that you might have dreamt or thought about, or you may have to just revise your expectations for your day. What is,
Absolutely.
do you help couples with that, and what does that look like for you at Transform Events?
Yes, I have to do a lot of managing expectations because there's a lot of people that their budget is not as high as they think, and that they think their money's going to stretch more than it actually realistically does, because we know, the prices of everything in this industry, and how, even 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, even getting up to 50 now, like, doesn't really go that long of a way as everyone thinks that it, should realistically. And so it's a lot of having hard conversations with people, having those, difficult conversations where I have to tell someone, you might not be able to afford this, or if you do want to afford this, then you need to deprioritize something else, and that money needs to go to something that you really want. And so something that I do with my couples that is super duper helpful for both me and them is to, at the onset of when they hire me, I ask them, what are their top 3 priorities for this event? And those really just help us all keep grounded during the planning process. And so as things start to arise where they're like, oh, I want to spend money on this, or this just came up and this is really important to me. Well, we know that everything can't be important, right? And so I have to find myself constantly going back to that list of priorities and constantly reminding them of that list of priorities and say, listen, we prioritize maybe, good food, great music, and a nice dress for the bride, right? And so if those are our top 3 priorities, and you want to start, adding on more entertainment, or you want to start adding on late night snacks, those are things that we want to prioritize because that they're in that guest experience list of priorities that they really cared about. But if there's things like you want to, add more florals, or have bigger centerpieces, or more candles on your tables, those are some things that might have to get deprioritized because they don't really contribute to those top 3 priorities that we established at the beginning of this planning. And so just constantly going back to what are the most important things about this event in your eyes. And if something, that is not quite in the budget is trying to impede on that, then, having those tough conversations and saying, this is not a priority. And if you want to make it one, then we're going to have to reevaluate where this money is being allocated from somewhere else.